Hey everybody, it's your buddy Eric. This is an Honest 5 for November 11th, 2019. I've really got Pioneer on the brain today. There's potentially going to be a ban announcement in the next, roughly about 12, 13 hours from now, I'd say. About 13 for now. If it's the same as last week, it'd be about 13 hours. Right? So, a lot of people are expecting no bans. I hope that's not the case. People are usually very angry about bans, but here's my thought. They should be banning 3 to 5 cards every single week for the next foreseeable future. They should not be not banning cards. They should be banning cards aggressively. One, Pioneer's a new format. Instead of just banning a bunch of stuff like they did with Modern, they should just ban. They should look at it and say, not because things are powerful or because they're winning a lot, but because this is not the format that we want to have. So now here's the thing: things can be unbanned. Now we can see if they banned those two things, then this pattern happened. Well, they banned Copycat and they hurt Devotion, and also kind of cut this a little bit, but that's mostly because of the power that Oath of Nyss was giving 3-mana Planeswalkers. All right, cool. This week they should probably hit, I would say, Once Upon a Time, Oko, and I would even go and say Dig Through Time. Maybe Nexus of Fate, but I would say Nexus of Fate or Dig Through Time. Why? See what happens. See what shakes things up. Even hit more things. Hit some things that are just uncomfortable, things like ban Kethis, right? Just ban stuff. You can unban them later. Just ban stuff and see where the format goes. Because we have this time now, and this thing's people are playing so many games of Magic. Ban stuff, see what happens. You can unban stuff, right? Yeah, price fluctuation, blah 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 blah. Look, if you're playing Magic and trying to do the money making game, cool on you. But you know what? If you're gonna lose some, you're gonna win some. I would rather have a really fun format to play. I don't want to have another Modern. Modern sucks ass. Modern is a very boring format. Legacy is awesome. Vintage is awesome. Standard right now is kind of iffy, but you know what? I enjoy more than Modern. But Modern is such a shitty mess, and I really think they need to figure out what they want Pioneer to be. And I think lots of bans and unbans. I'm not saying don't unban things. We could just flex things around and just keep playing with it. If they do nothing, I just don't think. I think that's a waste of time. I really think it is a waste of time. We have all this data. They have all these matches out there going on and seeing all this stuff. Ban stuff. See what happens. Will people be unhappy? That's the thing. I think that's mostly the reason why they wouldn't ban anything this week. Is we need more time to see the data. No, you don't. You have plenty of data, but we need more time to see the data. And what they're not going to say is that we don't want to upset people who've been spending money on cards. Again, it's a game. It's an investment. If you can't do it, you know what? That sucks. You really probably shouldn't be playing Pioneer right now with all these bans and stuff going on. If that's the situation. That's what I think. I think that would make a very, very interesting format. They have a really good chance here to make an interesting format with Pioneer by just going through and just really pounding down as what should Pioneer be. And I think with the people playing and the bans, we can end up with a format that's very, very interesting and get somewhere good. But that's just my thought. I mean, I'm sure people have great opinions on why we shouldn't be banning constantly. But if we're going to be, doing this kind of thing, I think it's a great experiment to see what happens if a format is just constantly going through these bans. Ban on bans, I say it every single time, but I think that's actually really important because I think that makes for a more interesting format and we get to see things, right? If we're just constantly grinding to the top 10 best decks with the same ban list as last week, I don't think. We'll get some innovation and stuff like that, but I don't think it pushes the format enough, and I don't think it pushes people enough, and I think it breeds sacred cows, and they already said the Nykthos land or whatever it is. I forget the exact thing because I never actually played it. It's they want it to be a thing. Well, all right, if they want that kind of card to be a pillar of the format, maybe, but. I don't think, I think one of the problems, you say about Legacy is, or even Vintage is, there's these sacred cows that you just can never ban, right? You can never ban Mythos Workshop. You can never ban Brainstorm. Maybe Pioneer could be a format without sacred cows. But for the game, I don't know, but I think it's an interesting situation where we could see, because of the community we're focusing on a format and people playing it, something interesting could come out of it with this kind of frequent bans for now. I wouldn't do it all the whole entire time, but for now, there should be frequent bans. And I think a no ban list this week would be very disappointing.